Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to reduce or eliminate the annoying vibration and buzzes in your vehicle. Now my particular vehicle here is a 10th generation Honda Civic Type R. I've actually had numerous requests from my viewers asking me how I actually eliminated some of those vibrations, and the fix is remarkably easy. Now on my particular car, when I bought it new, the build quality, while half decent, is still not quite as good as what the old Civics used to be like. And so one of the quality issues I've noticed is the excessive amount of vibrations that occur in the interior of this vehicle, namely the driver's side door panel. And I know this because when I'm driving on certain roads at a certain RPM, that little things like the armrest or this portion of the door panel, when pressed hard, the vibrations go away. And even sometimes on the side panel here of the dash and even the center console exhibits a similar problem. Now, one of the videos I had made a little while ago on my channel is the removal of a door panel on the 10th gen Civic. So I'm not going to go and show you how to dismantle the door panel again. Refer back to the video, which I will include in the link at the end of the vid. Okay, so what we have here is my makeshift mock door panel. This is actually out of a 7th gen Civic, but the idea of the fix is all the same. Now, let's just hypothetically say that when you're driving, that you hear some type of vibration buzz coming from this portion of the door panel, and every time you push firmly down on it, that it goes away. That is sort of a approximated way to isolate where those sounds are coming from. And so when you pop the door panel off, right, you see the backside look like this. And depending on the car, you can have a really basic panel like this, or like the Type R, you can actually have a bit more foam blocking. And so the fix for this is quite simple. We actually use a product like this. It's an open-celled foam tape that you can probably get from your Honda dealership. That's where I got this piece from. And it's just thick foam. It's a EPDM type foam with a double-sided adhesive backing that you peel the back off and then you stick it on the appropriate panels. And you can apply the foam tape to both the door panel or the panel in question that's vibrating, and you can also add a strip to where the panel's mounted to. So just using this piece of drywall to imagine that this is our car door frame and how the door panel sits, that because there's not a lot of stuff back here, that even if you applied a couple of layers of foam tape, it might not be enough to contact the door frame. And so on my 10th gen Civic, I had pointed out earlier that I was getting a vibration on the front portion of the door panel, which when you dismantle it, it actually has a block similar to this. And then of course your door frame sits against this, and that gap or whatever rubbing is occurring is making that annoying noise. To get rid of that vibration is that you can get some white foam block styrofoam, very common in a lot of packaging material, and you can basically stick it onto the factory pieces or even fill, certain gaps in the door panel, and then attach them to the door panel with some tape, or you can use some of that foam tape I showed earlier. You want to fill that gap so that there's pressure against that section of interior trim piece that is vibrating. Now for interior dashboard buzzes, the fix is very similar. So on the 10th gen Civic, for example, I've got a bit of vibration that comes from this side panel. So I used a little bit of foam tape or foam weather stripping that you can get from Home Depot and taped it to the back of this plastic panel and then snapped it in. And that's why you kind of see this tiny little bit of bulge here, because of that foam tape taking up that space inside those panels. Conversely here, which is another common 10th gen Civic problem, is that I sometimes get a bit of rattling from the center console, and it took me a good while to figure it out, but it seemed to be that the vibration was coming from the armrest area. So again, these pop out, you just lift them up, and then I applied a bit of foam tape underneath it and then snapped them back down, and the vibrations seem to have gone away. And that's all there is to it. Real simple fix. I actually eliminated a lot of the buzzes and creaks in my 10th gen Civic by just using a simple product like this. If you guys found this video useful, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and thanks for watching.